Hey guys, we are back with some more Wolfsburg Wolves franchise mode, and in this one we are going to get the year 2 draft underway, and unfortunately we got shafted once again, but I suppose that is just the EA voodoo, saying that I should not have tanked intentionally, and lesson learned. So we're going to try to give it our best next year without putting Artemi Panarin on the fourth line or without putting Robin Leonard as the backup for the remainder of the games. So we're going to get right into this draft. And one thing I am going to do, I'm going to try to trade for the second overall pick, as I know we're not getting the first. That's not happening at all. As we take a look at the Rangers, they probably do not, they don't want to trade that pick, so we're not getting that. There's no way. So I'll just let them pick with that. They're probably going to take Lafreniere. Yes, there you go. So now, we have the New York Islanders, which actually, that pick belonged to the Chicago Blackhawks, and they do not want to trade it either. But let's see if we can give them an offer here, as that the second round pick, or the second overall pick anyway, has significantly less value than the first overall pick, obviously, from past experience. So I'm not going to be trading Bach, not Williams. Now, obviously, for this, we'd have to give up our fourth, which they do want, so that's good. Now, let's see what else we can give up in terms of goaltenders. Maybe we could give up Dopita. I'm not exactly too high on him. He's only a 56 overall, 19 years of age. He's not German either. So yeah, I mean, he could be some good trade bait in this trade. They want him too, so who am I to say no? Rookie skaters, Bach and Williams are the only ones that they want. Might have to include someone like Dykes in this. Might even have to include another draft pick here. They don't want a third from this year, but they do want a second for next year, so let's try that. So first, Dopita and a second for the second overall pick. Proposed trade, rejected. That's, any more than that is a little much for me. So I'm gonna hope that the Islanders do not take Jorg Aho with this pick. I'm pretty sure I saw he was gonna go third. So I'll take the chance. Islanders, who will they pick? They will pick... Oh, yes. Okay. They did not take Jorg Aho. They took D. Chubarov. 79 overall. Dmitry Chubarov. Left winger. Playmaker. So now the LA Kings. The only pick before us. And I'm pretty sure now that they're going to be picking Jorg Aho if we do not trade for this pick. So we're going to at least attempt to. So we're obviously going to be giving up our fourth here, but they do not want our fourth. But again, that's as much value as we're going to be able to give up in this trade without giving up someone like Maddox Homer or Alexander Kuleshov, who we are definitely not trading. Let's see, rookie skaters, definitely not giving up Bach. Probably not Williams. He's got a good future there as well. He's got a 64 overall currently, so I could see him making the NHL roster within the next couple of years. And Bach actually jumped up a significant amount too. He started last year as a 58 overall. He's now a 64, so I could see in the next couple of years him and Williams could make the roster. Dykes, may as well put Dopita back in there. He's already in there. Let's see, draft picks. Maybe I could put, I would say next year's second. I'm going to go 2 years in a row without a second round pick, but that would, that would justify the trade for the LA Kings, moving down one spot. They get a solid goaltender prospect and they get an additional second round pick for next year, and they only have to move back one spot for their third overall pick, because we really need Jorg Aho here, as the natives would not be happy if your Wolfsburg Wolves did not get Jorg Aho, the German. So proposed trade accepted. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Oh, goodness. So apparently we gave them a lot more than they would have wanted, but you know what? For me, that was worth it, because we gave up a goaltender prospect who, again, I don't see making the NHL, at least not anytime in the next 4 years or so, and a second round pick for next year, and our fourth overall pick, which, if we didn't trade, then the LA Kings would have most likely taken Jorg Aho. So we now have the third overall pick. So let's get into the draft board, and we pretty much know who we are taking. Yeah, they would have definitely taken Jorg Aho with that pick, so I'm glad we traded for it. Similar style to Sean Couturier, medium elite potential, A+ for shooting, A for puck skills, A- for senses, A- for skating, A for physicality, and A- for defense. No weaknesses, 200-foot game, goal scoring, and puck protection are his strengths. He's 6'2", 202 pounds, 18 years of age, and a left-handed shooting center from the Iserlohn Roosters. That's probably not how you pronounce that, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Your Wolfsburg Wolves are proud to select the German, Jorg Aho. What? Accidentally pressed cancel. Welcome to the Wolfsburg Wolves. There you go. 79 overall as well. He is ready to play year number 1. Very nice. Power forward. So pretty much, I would imagine he'll be the same kind of player as Maddox Homer. But I wouldn't say they'll be on the same line, just because power forwards tend to not mesh too well together. But still a very good pick. 2 solid power forwards now to really lead our roster towards the Stanley Cup eventually. But for right now, we're going to keep picking. And obviously, we don't have our second round pick this year. We're going directly to the third round. So let's see who we have. We have Semenov. We have not too many options, unfortunately. Because my mistake, didn't really scout too much depth this year, unfortunately. Yeah, I should probably do a better job of that next year. So, low top six. These guys are both gems. Backstrom and Sotheby. Oscar Backstrom played in the SHL. 2 goals, 2 assists in 30 games played, 26 penalty minutes, +5 and 16 of ice time. A- for shooting, B-, C-, No weaknesses, pro release, offensive instincts, foot speed are his strengths. He's got a good size to him. Needs to bulk up a little bit, but I could see him potentially making the roster, especially with that low top 6 and the gem thing going on from there. I don't know if that has anything to do with their development in the NHL, but you know, I guess it's a nice thing to have. So Sotheby and Backstrom appear to be more or less the same player, but Backstrom's just a little bit taller. And Sotheby actually played more games in the US West and had more points as well, but that's, again, in the US West compared to the SHL, which is an adult league, and the US West is not. So, yeah, I'm going to say Oscar Backstrom with this third round pick. I mean, we did pick third overall, but we're past that already. So, getting into the fourth round now. And I would say if that other guy's still there, then we'll take him, but I don't think he is, just because I think he was ranked closely after the guy we took. Yeah. So the next guy afterward would be, in terms of potential anyway, Gail Bolrice? Bolrice. I can already foresee several nicknames for this guy. So he's a gem, offensive defenseman, low elite potential, playing in the NLA B- league. C, B-, C, D-, C-, D. Strengths are passing ability, character, and hands and puck control. And then the weaknesses are skating, mobility, and defensive consistency. I don't know if I like that mobility weakness as an offensive defenseman, but we might want to draft him even if it's just for his potential. But we'll keep looking here. Bryson Mathers. He looks like he could go soon. As soon as the early fifth round, so we might be able to take him with the 5th round pick, but if we're gonna get him, I would rather take him with this pick, as he is the only medium top 6 on the board, and there's no medium elites either, so Bryson Mathers might not be a bad idea. US Central in the D League, so he was obviously playing against some pretty weak competition there, and he looks pretty weak himself. His only strength is reach, weaknesses, skating, agility, and foot speed. Shooting is a C, puck skills C-, D for senses, E for skating, D for physicality, and D for defense. No similar style, but he does have that top 6 medium potential. And he does apparently have a good personality, would mesh well with anyone in the locker room, and has a very well-rounded personality. So I think just for the potential, I'm going to take Bryson Mathers here with this 4th round pick. Welcome to Wolfsburg. And he is 52 overall. Yeah, just as I figured. He's not really anywhere close to the NHL, but Backstrom is a 63, so that's good. And let's sim to user pick. Round number 5. And I'm going to say if that low elite guy is still there, then I'll take him with this pick. Yeah, Bolerice. That's a great name. Again, I could foresee many nicknames for this guy. Gail Bolerice, welcome to the Wolfsburg Wolves. And you are 55 overall, so you're going to take quite a bit of time, but we all know how those low elites work, and he might actually not take a bit of time. He might be ready by next year, so we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, we will continue the draft in round number 6 here. We're going to see if there's any... Oh, medium starter, Quentin Coleman. Well, we just traded away a medium starter goaltender, and this guy looks a little worse than Dopita was, so, but still, it's trade value. How about Norena? Petri Norena. No goals, no assists in 10 games in Liga. Don't really have much on him in terms of his grades. Strengths are leadership ability, work ethic, and maturity. Low top 6 potential. What about this defenseman here, Poggi? Dwayne Poggi. Not really strong either. Leadership ability, character, maturity. Yeah. All these guys that go in like the 6th round who have the low potential, I realize have the same general strengths. And that would mainly be their mental strengths in terms of their leadership ability, their character, and the maturity. I mean, yeah. Leadership ability, work ethic, maturity. All the same stuff pretty much. And it doesn't really matter for this GM mode since there's no morale. Though it's still something to consider. How about Coleman again? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Quentin Coleman. Work ethic, compete level, mature. Yeah, it's all the same. So, if I had to choose here, I mean, we do technically need a goaltender prospect now, but since we just traded one away, it feels kind of cheap to get another medium starter goaltender, especially when goaltenders in this game tend to be on the franchise level. I mean, I haven't seen many of those recently, so maybe EA patched that a little bit, since I haven't seen too many of those, especially not in these GM modes. If I have, then I definitely passed up on them and I made a huge mistake, but I think I want to take a skater here, and we have a lot of forwards, so I think I want to go for the defenseman, Dwayne Poggi. Low top 4 offensive defenseman. Welcome to your Wolfsburg Wolves, 46 overall. Jeez. 7th round pick. If the goaltender's still there, then I might take him, but I'd rather get like another defenseman here. Norena's still there, and I don't think... Yeah, the goaltender was taken. So I think with this pick, yeah, we're just going to take Norena. The most logical pick at this point, without taking a shot in the dark at one of these elites that are probably not elites. Ryder Zhao, Marco Juntunen, Sammy Tollefson, and Torsten Fast. Not really going to take a chance on those guys. I'll just take Norena here. Welcome to your Wolfsburg Wolves. And he is a 50 overall power forward. So, got a lot of power forwards in the system now. So, I wouldn't say we need too much more, especially with Jorg Aho and Maddox Homer now on the team. So, I prefer to get some maybe playmakers now and again. And hopefully Dominic Bach turns into a great playmaker for us. So, Jorg Aho. Oscar is his first name, I think. Backstrom. Bryson Mathers. Gail Bolerice. D. Poggi and P. Norena, welcome to your Wolfsburg Wolves. Alright, so let's get into the re-sign stage. And hopefully this offseason for your Wolfsburg Wolves is slightly better than the last. Well, I mean, the last offseason was fantastic, don't get me wrong, I'm just going to say. But what I meant was that hopefully we have the same kind of offseason this year as we did last year, relatively, and have a much better regular season this year than we did last year. So, let's see. Scouts, definitely do not want to forget these guys this time, so gonna do them first. So these 4. Helmer and Sullivan I'll re-sign. I'll also re-sign Toms, but I don't think I'll re-sign Makinen. Could probably get a better scout for NLA. Alright, so there's all the scouts dealt with who we want to re-sign. So let's go into the re-sign stage for players. And Pajot does not want to re-sign. Let's sort by UFAs. So Coburn, Heed, Ouellette, all these guys want to re-sign. I think I'll release Coburn. I'm going to release anyone who's over 30, I think, who isn't part of the future. Archibald doesn't want to re-sign and release him. Just do some house cleaning here. Alright, so I've already gone through all the minor league players. All that's left now are the NHLers, prospects, and good AHLers who we want to re-sign, such as Dominic Bach. And I also released our UFA goaltenders, so we're going to have to go after some in free agency regardless. Now, Bellemare, he's 35, 77 overall, bottom 6 potential, minus 11 last year, so that's pretty impressive given our team. 61 takeaways to 59 giveaways, 122 hits, 50% on the faceoffs, only 15 minutes of ice time. Bellemare might not be a bad 4th line forward for one more year, but definitely after this year, we're going to have to release him as he's going to drop even more. Heed, what kind of year did he have last year? 15 points, minus 38, 8 power play points. You could probably find better than Heed, but he did have a good ratio there for a defenseman. 43 to 31, 18 hits. Wait on him for right now. Ouellette played a bulk of the minutes last year. 22-30 was his average ice time. 76 giveaways to 22 takeaways. So that's understandable with the amount of ice time he had compared to the amount he should be getting. Hits 126. Minus 36, 14 points, 106 shots. You know what? He's young. I'll give him another year or 2. Definitely not 3 years. Yeah, I'll give him 2 years at 1.6. Pajot does not want to re-sign. How much does he want? He wants 2.1. And he got 40 points last year. Minus 39. Good takeaway giveaway ratio. It doesn't hit much. Good face-offs. So is he worth overpaying a little bit? You know what? We can afford to overpay him a little bit. Let's, you know, why not? We'll give him 2.75 for 2 years. Van Riemsdyk. Let's see. What kind of season did you have? Minus 33, 13 points. Not great in terms of the giveaways and takeaways, but again, he was getting a much more ice time than he should have. It's the same sort of situation here with Van Riemsdyk as Ouellette had. Pretty much the same player as well, except righty. So, but it couldn't hurt to get him for another. You know what, I'm going to release Van Riemsdyk. I'm going to see what's available in free agency. I think that'd be the better option. Colin Wilson, 18 points, minus 17, 3 game winners, 34 hits, great giveaway takeaway ratio. So I'm definitely going to be re-signing Wilson here. Good depth player. I'll give him 1 year at 1.6. There you go. And then I guess I'll release Heed too. We can always go after him again if we don't see any viable options in free agency. Brendan Gaunce. Let's see. He wants a one-way. What did he do last year? Not great in terms of the ratio. At 89 hits. Decent. In 11 minutes of ice time as well. 19 points. I'll qualify him, I suppose, on the last day. McCarron wants a one-way. Was he in the AHL last year? I think so. Yeah, 50 points. Good ratio for the defensive side of the game, though. Reichel also wants a one-way. Jeez. What did he do in the AHL? I mean, again, these are AHL players, so it's not like they're going to have the same numbers in the NHL. So, you know what? I'm just going to release them. Release. And definitely not Bach. McCarron, release. Gaunce, I'm going to qualify. And Bach, welcome back to your Wolfsburg Wolves. That is it for UFAs. That is it for RFAs besides Gaunts. And we are looking good. So now we will do the unsigned prospects here. No goaltenders. Skaters, Jorg Aho. 79 overall. Welcome to your Wolfsburg Wolves officially, as you have signed that contract. And Oscar Backstrom, 63 overall. Definitely could fit in nicely in the AHL team. Bolerice. I don't see why not. You got that low elite potential. Could grow to be something special within the next couple of years. You never know. Bryson Mathers. I mean, we pretty much have to fill out all of our AHL anyway. So, Josh Williams, I don't think he would be eligible for the AHL yet. So I'll leave him unsigned for one more year, or at least until the preseason, until we know his exact overall. Dwayne Pogge, 46 overall. I mean, it worked with Sean Greiba in the Islanders series, but then again, Sean Greiba had the low elite and Pogge has the low top 4. So I'm not sure if that works in the same way. Narena, 50 overall. I mean, again, our minor league team kind of needs prospects at the moment, so I'll do it for all these guys besides Williams, who's obviously going to be in the CHL for another year. That'll be it for prospects. That'll be it for RFAs. That'll be it for UFAs. Let's back out and see who we get back on the team. And anyone who does not want to re-sign, we will just happily release into free agency. Wilson accepted. Clendening rejected. Ouellette rejected. Pajot rejected. Bellemare rejected. Englund accepted. Walker, Tennyson, Mueller, jeez, Mueller. So, going back into the contracts here, I saw quite a few who rejected due to the team's standings. So, I don't think Pajot was one of them. I think Pajot was because of salary. So, Ouellette, we're just going to release you. Pajot, I want to re-sign you at some point. Tennyson will release. We'll release Clendening. We'll release Bellemare. We'll release not Gaunts. We'll hold on to him. We'll tender him a qualifying offer on the last day of the re-sign stage. Pajot. All right, let's see. What if I gave you $3 million for 2 years? And again, it's not like we are going to be short for cap space. We have $46 million available, so I really don't think there's too much of a problem offering Pajot 2 years at $3 million. He deserves it. He got 40 points last year, so you know he was due for a slight raise. And I believe that is it. As yes, it appears to be so. Just do one more time here. Yep, we appear to be good. So we'll see if Pajot signs, and then we'll simulate up to the 30th to tender a qualifying offer. And yes, he does. We will tender a qualifying offer to Gaunts. As I would imagine he still has a little bit of trade value to him just because of his age. And because of his overall. So we'll go back in here and we will tender a qualifying offer to Brendan Gaunts. There you go. Alright. So, yep, continue. And we'll move into free agency to see who's there. Alright, so first thing I want to do before we go into free agency is assign scout, because I'm pretty sure we missed out on some good scouts last year. And I don't want to miss out on that this year. So we'll see who's available in terms of the A overall scouts. Alright, so the scouts we'll be going after is Adin Ivany, A+ overall for the OHL, and Johnny Tamara, who is an A- overall for the NHL Atlantic specifically. Cristiano Simon, not sure. A- overall for the USA, and then Afanasenkov for Russia with the B overall. All of those are upgrades. So let's get right to free agency and see what we have. We have Ovechkin, Schwartz, Nuge, Lee, Falk, Hamilton, Silverberg, Brodin, Tatar, Demers, Koivu, Steen, Stastny, Martinez, Janmark, Scandella, Hutton. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I don't want Ovi just because he's 34. Really do not want too many old players. Nuge wouldn't be too bad. He's 27. And we do need that playmaker. Hamilton, 27. He might not be bad either. To play with Kuleshov. But then again, I kind of want a defensive defenseman with Kuleshov, and that Hamilton would be an offensive defenseman. Brodin. I mean, let's see. 26 years of age. That takeaway giveaway ratio is pretty solid. 123 hits. 30 points. Brodin might not be bad. Definitely got to keep my eye on Jonas Brodin right there. Tomas Tatar. Let's see his ratios. Very good ratio, actually. He's 29 years of age, but still good ratio. Anders Lee. Stasny has a really good ratio, and he's a great face-off taker as well. Didn't take as many face-offs last year as he normally does. I guess whoever had him switched him over to the wing. But still, very solid face-off taker, obviously. So Paul Stasny might actually not be a bad idea here if we're looking to be competitive, which I'm definitely looking to be competitive this year. So we'll give him $4 million for 1 year. And Tatar was also a good option as well. He had that good ratio, but he wants 5 years. I don't want to give him 5 years. I'll give him 3 at most. Even then, I want to give him 2 years. I'll give him 2 years at 5.2 or 5.3. If he accepts that, then that'll work for me. Brodin was really good, so I would like to sign him longer term than 2 years as well. I think 4 is a good length for Brodin. 5.3 for him. Hopefully he joins. Now, Hamilton. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be taking away ice time from Kuleshov, because Kuleshov's a lefty and Hamilton's a righty. They're both offensive defensemen. And I think, in the grand scheme of things, Hamilton would be on the top 4. Or, well, I guess this year would be on the top 2, but in the future would be on the top 4. And then Kuleshov would be on the top 2 with whoever else. So Hamilton might not be a bad idea either, if we really want to speed things up here. Yeah, I'm going to go for Hamilton. But he wants 6 years. So maybe if I gave him 6.1 for 4 years, that would work for him. I hope. He's within our range, so he's definitely a good player to have for now and the future. Stasny obviously isn't in our age range, but he's a good face-off taker, and we desperately need those. And we also need playmakers. Ryan Strome, let's see. Good ratio. Not a good face-off taker, though. I don't really like to see that out of a center. He'd be more of a winger for me. And let's see, Nuge. He's not not good at face-offs. Doesn't have a good ratio. Doesn't really get too many hits, but he's a good playmaker. I'll give him that. Let's start by centers here. I want to see specifically centers. Mikko Koivu. I would imagine he's a good face-off taker. Yep, 61.92. 99 hits in 58 games. Koivu might not be a bad idea either. Oh, Koivu. Again, not part of our age range, but if we're looking to be competitive this year, Koivu, Koivu could be good. Koivu could be real good. Looks like he was in the AHL for a little bit as well. Oh man, so Stasny and Koivu, and then we have Jorg Aho. Yeah, you need some veteran presence to help out those rookies develop. So you know what, Mikko Koivu for 1 year at 4.75. That should work for him. So we're really getting a lot of players here. Hamilton and Brodin, and I want to get one more defenseman, but within their age range. So Ben Hutton, he's 27, so that's in a good age range there. Good ratio for a defenseman, actually. He hits, he blocks shots, and that was in 16 minutes of ice time as well. So yeah, you know what, Ben Hutton, I think he fits into our our scope very nicely. So I would like to offer him, yeah, honestly, 3 years is good for him at 3.5. We'll see if he accepts that. And I think in terms of skaters, that's got to be about it, because that's a significant amount of free agents that we have approached. Hamilton, Brodin, Tatar, Koivu, Stastny, Hutton. I mean, that's kind of pushing unrealistic at that point. So, you know, to get that many free agents in one free agency. So, definitely going to hold off on the rest. But we do need a goaltender here. So, let's check UFAs for goaltenders. Rask, jeez. Definitely not going for Rask. He's 33. If I'm going for a goaltender, I want it to be someone who's long-term. So Anderson, again, a little too old for my tastes at the moment. Mrazek, Allen. So here's the good thing about if we were to get someone like Jake Allen or Mrazek or Grubauer, it would be good competition between them and Leonard. And Leonard has 1 year on his deal. So if we sign one of these guys to a 1-year deal, and then whoever plays better could be our starting goaltender for the next few years or so. Yeah, I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. So maybe what did Mrazek do? Did he not play this past year? No, he did. He did. 918 save percentage. That's not too bad, actually. 6 shutouts. I'm not sure who he was with this past year, but that's actually pretty good for Mrazek. Yeah, if we gave him 1 year at 4.2, I think Mrazek and Leonard could be a good tandem going forward for the next year or two to see who is better. And obviously, Leonard did not have the greatest season last year, so hopefully Mrazek can step in and really get it going. So there you go. A huge free agency for your Wolfsburg Wolves. Let's see who accepts. So Ivany has signed. Simone has signed. Tamara has signed. And Afanasenkov has signed. All of our scouts have signed. Very nice. Free agency now. Mrazek has accepted. Koivu has accepted. Brodin has accepted. Tatar has accepted. Hutton has accepted. Stastny accepted. And Hamilton has accepted. Very nicely done. We have gotten all of our free agents who we wanted. So I see no reason now why we can't be at least a competitive team, as we have improved significantly. So goaltender-wise, we have Mrazek and Leonard, both on 1-year deals. And defensively, we have Hamilton, Brodin, Kuleshov, Hutton, and England. So we might want to go after another depth defenseman here, maybe 2. And then forward-wise, you got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very nice. So we're filled out at forward pretty much. And we just really need maybe one more defenseman to fill out the roster. But other than that, we are looking pretty solid. We're definitely looking much better than last year and the year before. I will say that much. But the thing is, there was not really too many defensemen who I liked in that free agency, so I'll double check. But let's see. Hamilton is a righty, Brodin's a lefty, Kuleshov's a lefty, Hutton's a lefty. Is England's a lefty. So we're going to need at least one more right-handed defenseman, and I prefer for them to be a solid two-way defender, and I don't think there was any more of those in free agency, because Hamilton was obviously the best defenseman in free agency, but I think he was by far the best right-handed defenseman. I don't want Martinez. He's a little too old for my taste. Again, I kind of want players who are going to be long-term at this point. And Ouellette, he's a lefty. Weidman, a little too old. Daly, too old. Dilzado, too old. Coburn, too old. Alexiak, lefty. And he was too old. Yeah, there's no one who I really want that's left in free agency. So we're going to see what we can get in the trade. And I don't think I want to decide that now. I want to leave that up to you guys. So we're going to go through the trade block here and see who we could potentially find. So Skaters matching the block. No one on Anaheim. No one on Arizona. Actually, let's start by overall. That'd be helpful. So let's just double check here. Yeah, no one there. Now, Boston. Foligno, Cole, Miller. Is Cole a righty? No, he's a lefty. Miller's a righty. Kevin Miller. Top 6 defenseman, but he's a 32. Not really feeling that. Broussard, Okposo, Nash, Berglund, Sorensen, all forwards. Calgary, Kylington. No, I'm looking for an established NHL defenseman here. Taves is on the block with his $10 million salary for 2 more years. Not getting that. Byfield. Quentin Byfield. Prospect of ours in the Vegas Golden Knights GM mode on Eastside Hockey Manager, but not getting him. And then Jeremy Waugh. Yeah, not one in Columbus either. No one on Dallas. No one on Detroit at all. Sakura, 1 year left, 34 years of age. Lefty, no thank you. Nope. Coyle, Brown, Saboka, Dudas, Ryan Precht, all fours here in LA. Suter. No. Definitely not taking that contract. Stahl and Nelson, nope. Nope. Nashville, nope. Jersey, Duchesne and Frolik, nope. Nope. Rangers, Pissick. He's a righty, defensive defenseman, 28 years of age, so he's in the right age range, and he's a righty. Is he good defensively? 19 minutes of ice time for an 81 overall. I don't know if I like that ratio there. I don't know what to make of it either. -10. Not feeling it from Pissick. Ottawa. Nope. Philly. Bush. Van de Velde. Nope. Pittsburgh. Welch. Nope. San Jose. Bunch of fours. And then Vlasic. Nope. Not taking that contract. Myers. I mean, he wouldn't be 30 years of age. 22 points. That's not bad for the giveaways and takeaways. And he's a good hitter as well. Myers is the best one I've seen so far. For sure. If it wasn't for his contract, I would definitely be more attracted to the idea of getting him. But Myers is for sure the best option we have so far. St. Louis, all forwards. Tampa Bay, Connor, nope. Toronto, Abdicator, nope. Vancouver, all forwards. Vegas, nope. Washington, Seigenthal, nope. Winnipeg, nope. And we're back to Anaheim. So, out of all the options that we have, Tyler Myers was definitely the best option, I think. Because he's a righty. He's 30 years of age. You're going to need to trade that contract within the next 3 or so years, but it's definitely doable, I would say, for that overall. And then Brendan Dillon, lefty. No, we don't need another lefty. Schlemko, not lefty. So, pretty much, I think Myers would be our best bet here if we're looking to make a trade for a defenseman. Now, what would it take to trade for him? He doesn't have too much trade value. Now, I guess if we're trading for Myers, we could retain some salary, but that might end up being a lot of trade value. Especially since Myers' contract's at 5 years. If we could get them to retain that much, then I would definitely do this deal for Myers. But again, I don't know what the consequences that would that would be in terms of the value going the other way. It would probably have to be Mathers, a draft pick, like probably a third and another second, which I don't really feel like giving up. I could give up 2 thirds. And then I could give up maybe a goaltender. No, we have 3 goaltenders as it is. Can't abuse that right now. Poggi, 46 overall. Nah. Williams, no. Don't want to give him up. There's not a whole lot we'd be able to give up here if we're looking to get Myers at a cut salary. So maybe Mathers, 2 thirds, and Backstrom, but I don't know. But Myers is for sure the best option that we have here. in terms of trade options for defensemen. So you guys let me know what we should do. If we should trade for Tyler Myers, if that contract is good. And again, I feel like we can move out that contract within the first 3 years or so of it. Maybe not once he turns 34, because he's 30 right now. He might turn 31 this year, so you have to keep that in mind. But would getting Myers for a couple of years and then trading that contract be worth it? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one when we potentially make that trade for a defenseman and get into the year 3 regular season simulation. See you guys then.